Alrighty, we are continuing the Juno storyline. I may not be calling it the Juno story, okay. How about we call it the Vanadil storyline, the Final Fantasy XI storyline. I like Vanadil, the Vanadil storyline. This quest is called Dreams of Paradise, given to us by the Landsguard Messenger in the northeastern part of Tuliolal, specifically in Bright Plume Post. Here we go. Ah, Mercy, your timing couldn't be better. I've just received word from Yaktel. Unknown beasts have been sighted near the rift and attacked the sentry's standing guard. Bakool Ja. It goes without saying the threat more of them. Sorry. It goes without saying the threat more of them could pose. It goes without saying the threat more of them could pose to Tuliolal. Okay, that makes sense once you kind of say it a little bit differently. My options are say no more, or I should be only too happy to help. I should be only too happy to help. Our last contact came from Sareel Ja in Mamuk. I suggest speaking with him first to learn more of Bakool Ja's whereabouts. I mean, I could just rush in head first. Blow things up, Black Mage style. Never done me wrong in the past. Ain't gonna do me wrong now. Here is Sareel Ja to continue. One of the warrior types of Mamuls? Why can't I remember what they're called right now? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Ah, you must be Mercy. Bakool Ja asked that I take you to him as soon as you arrived. When last we spoke, he was hunting for the Echo somewhere to the north of Gok-Drok Descent. Climb aboard and we can be on our way. You can now travel directly to Gok-Drok Descent near the entrance to Juno by speaking with Sareel Ja. Convenient. It is quite a ways away. And we don't have to suffer some kind of like flight path time, so that's nice too. Do you get me back somewhere? No, just a guard, okay. Into Juno. Wait, no. Oh, we gotta go north, okay. There seems to be a fight up north. Somewhere. Here's Bakool. We see, the orcs of Final Fantasy XI. Humanoid, obviously. Longer arms than they have legs. Kind of rounded heads. Like an ovular round. Very beady eyes. White, usually, the eyes. Their skin is kind of a tannish green. Then like a kind of a bulbous head, a bulbous ovular, yeah. Anyway, there's 3 of them dead here. We talked to Bakool to continue. Cutscene. There you are. Oh, sorry, the Mystic. There you are. I'm afraid you've missed all the excitement. We turn back to the orcs. They raised arms to attack before we even had time to say hello. Yeah, they'll do that. They're like that. So are the Quadav and, what are the birdmen called? Hold on. Nope, I'm not gonna worry about it for now. It's gonna be in my head. Damn it, sucks. To be fair, we also put them down before they had time to say goodbye. Preesh and Alzal come rushing up. Mercy, Bakool Ja, we came as fast as we could. Alzal looks at the orcs. Camera zooms in on one of them a bit. Are these not orcs? Yeah. Like the ones that attacked my home. To say they're violent would be an understatement, and they usually move in large packs. Tabnasia always had a hard time holding them off. Is there any chance these brutes are native to your lands? Oh shit. And then one by one they start to glow bright white and they kind of explode into like, well, a bright white light, and then we see like the electrope at the outskirts. It seems we have our answer. What is that? He walks toward where the orcs were and he bends down to pick something up. And in his palm he looks at something. It's a letter, penned in your people's hand, I think. Would you take a look? He walks over to me, hands me the letter. My people? Makotes? To the Sareel Ja has said, to the Dawn Servants champion, the stage has been set for your next challenge. Thus do I hereby invite you to return to Juno. Should you refuse, a horde of echoes will be unleashed upon Yaktel. The choice is yours. Obviously not Sareel Ja's voice, but it's my, whatever. I explain what the letter said to everybody present. The mystic head seems to be thinking, so this is his long-awaited invitation. I know a snake when I see one, and this one is rotten to the core. What choice do we have but to accept? That bastard! Let's get going. The sooner we're back in Juno, the sooner he can get reacquainted with my fists. I give her a nod. And we four, or well, the three of them go traipsing in a direction, and I just watch them. I actually don't know how many Juno raids, or other, like they might not all be raids, I actually don't have a clue. But I don't know how many there are, of whatever there are. We take the passage to Lower Juno again. A destination marker where we will wait. And cutscene. We're all just kind of looking around, waiting, and then Sareel Ja and his mimicry of our ex-king pop into existence. Hee, how good of you to come. It would have been a shame were I forced to set more echoes upon the good people of Tiral. The Dawn Servant would have been most displeased to see his dear people come to harm. Enough of these games, Sareel Ja, says Alzal. We will not let you besmirch the memories of Vanadil with these abhorrent echoes any longer. Gritting his teeth. Sareel kind of looks like he's thinking, why are you here exactly? I don't recall requesting your presence here today. A minor setback on my path to greatness, as you all will soon see. Come forth. And then, a floating paladin with flowing golden hair appears in front of us. Alzal seems to be getting some kind of a memory. Allow me to introduce you to Kamlanaut, Archduke of the Grand Duchy of Juno, but do not let his title deceive you, for he is the last of the Zillart from 10,000 years ago. I don't remember as much about the Zillart as I probably should to explain anything. I do believe I had to fight Kamlanaut at some point, but I don't remember much of it. They existed in a time before the 5 races inhabited Vanadil. I know how ridiculous that must sound, but we might have a real problem on our hands this time. All that was preach. My options are, sounds a lot like the ancients of this world, or, oh gods, he sounds like an Ascian. Oh gods, he sounds like an Ascian. Preach looks a little bit scared for a second. You had ancients like the Zillart here too? Our worlds are more alike than I thought. Although, the Zillart, if I remember correctly, were not as active, really, in much of the storyline as the Ascians are in almost all the storylines of this game. If I remember correctly, Kamlanaut had an older brother. I can't imagine Sareel Ja would have overlooked such a detail. Kamlanaut points his sword toward us. Older brother? How would you know anything about that? Like a long flowing ponytail, but basically down to his feet. Come now, Kamlanaut. Sorry. You needn't trouble yourself with the ramblings of a dead man. I see. You would use these adventures to take my measure. Well, there's certainly a far cry from the riffraff I'd imagined. Fine, I'll play along with your little scheme, for now. Why do I look more tired and bored than anything else? That's a weird facial expression. And with that, the curtain rises on your second challenge. Preach takes a couple steps forward. Sareel Ja, wait! She gets her fists ready. Before you go, I have to know, am I really just an echo? We've been over this, child, but it seems your heart refuses to accept what your head knows to be true. I pity you, I do. Here, let me ease your burden and return you to Electrope. And he whips out his staff, and the ex-king recreation whips out his swords. The staff head glows with the dark purple energy, but I step in front. I step in front of the blast that would hit Preesh. Meanwhile, the ex-king has teleported behind Preesh to strike at her, but Bakool Ja steps in front of the blow, gets hit in the shoulder, and is kind of like down on his knee. He is in much pain. Playing hero to this heap of stone masquerading as a child. My, how the mighty have fallen. I keep hovering over my freaking buttons down on the bottom, and it's annoying as crap. I take out my staff. Alzal takes out his sword and shield against... Mine is against Sareel Ja. Alzal is against the ex-king. With him out of the way, that's one less distraction for you in the coming contest. So come, bring your all to bear, that I may create the perfect vessel, the perfect ruler. Sorry, that was me, not him. And Sareel and the ex-king, whose name I never remember, that's why I keep calling him that. They disappear, they wink out, like they teleport out of existence. I shall await you in the more fitting place for our battle. I do hope you won't keep me waiting, says Kamlanaut. A portal opens. He teleports out of our area, vicinity. Bakool is still one knee down. Are you all right? He says to Preesh. God, this is all my fault. It's not, really. As much as I'd love to hand Sareel Ja a fat knuckle sandwich, I can't just leave you here like this. Alzal looks to the portal, as do I. I never dared imagine we would be made to trade blows with the Archduke. And though I'm loath to do anything that might play into his hands, we can ill afford to let him have his way with the memories of Vanadil. When you're duly prepared, but say the word and we'll be off. I give him a nod. I feel like this is going to be a trial. Oh no, Sandoria, the second walk, is now accessible. So that's probably going to be a raid. Wow, Sandoria already. I think this is currently, like... This is current raid stuff. Sandoria is. I just don't know for sure. But yeah, obviously, I'm going to watch a video of it. Probably right now. And then I have some dailies to do. I can do the dailies after I record at least one Final Fantasy 13 video. I want to do something in that game. But anyway, for now, Alzal and myself, thank you for watching with Preesh and Bakool in the background here. How about this? Alzal, Bakool, Preesh, and myself, thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you soon for the next one. Bye bye for now.